Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Just getting my last minute setup here.
All right.
My mode on the phone. All right.
Well, we have, there was about 20 signed up for this morning. So,
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
yeah, let's get it.
Just need to grab a towel.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, Maja. We're going to get started here in a few minutes.
The sun is slowly making sure that in like 30 minutes it's not like right going to be in my face.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be okay. Like a little light.
Yeah, it looks good now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to spotlight you, turn off my video.
Okay. Let's see. Might just write in the chat.
All right, you're spotlighted. So you're using the computer audio for yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds great.
Sound okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very large towel. Didn't know it was gonna be this big. But that's perfect.
Yeah.
We got like 3 minutes. All right. You're just letting people in as they come in, right?
Yes.
Okay. So hey, Maja, if you're there, I just wrote in the chat, maybe grab a towel if you have one and a pillow for today's session. I'll repeat that once more people hop on. Or if you have a foam roller, that would be good too. The towel is going to be kind of a replacement for people who don't have foam rollers. And so if you do have a towel, I want you to kind of roll it like this. So it's kind of the same shape as that. A little bit of height. A little bit more room here.
Hello, everyone. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes.
Hello, hello. So yeah, for those who are hopping on, if you could grab a pillow today and kind of like a long towel that you can roll up and make it into this shape, or if you have a foam roller, that works great too. But if you don't have a foam roller, you can just use a towel and roll it up. This would be your foam roller if you have one.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm going to turn it over to you, Jennifer, and let's roll. And I'll keep admitting people, okay? And then just any questions, if you want me to handle that with you at the end, just let me know.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today for session 3 of the rest method with me. My name is Jennifarre Davis, and I'm a certified personal trainer, Pilates instructor. I've also gone through the Cancer Exercise Specialist certification, and I've been in the health and fitness industry for over 20 years now in Los Angeles. I'm also a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed about 6 years ago, and I
headphone.
Also during my journey, I was always looking for exercise, nutrition, any kind of wellness platform that existed out there to kind of help me through my journey in between surgeries and post. And there wasn't really anything out there all in one place. So I have been putting together a program for breast cancer survivors where you can have workouts, nutrition, all the things I just mentioned, meditation techniques, all in one place. And I'm really looking forward to sharing a little bit of that with you today. So if you didn't catch the other 2 sessions, please go back and get the replays. We did different things in session 1 and session 2, and today will be a whole new workout with different things as well. And at the end, we'll do a little Q&A. If you have any questions in the chat, which you should be able to, everyone should be able to see, even if they're hopping on now. I did just say, please bring a towel or a pillow for today's session. And we're basically going to be using the towel for some range of motion exercises for the upper body. And you could also use a foam roller. So if you have a foam roller, I would choose that first. But if you don't have that, just take like a big towel, wrap it up, roll it up, and try to have it you want it to be as long as your head to your butt, basically, because we're gonna be lying back on this. Okay, so kind of a long, towel or a blanket, anything like that would be great. And if you don't want to do that, you just want to watch and see what we're doing, that's great too. And then also maybe have a pillow today, just like a small pillow for your head. We're going to be doing some things lying on the back, and it's just a little bit more comfortable. I don't think that's going to push you up too high, but just a nice little comforting thing. And what else do we need today? Today is going to be a big focus on, not a big focus, but we are going to do a little cardio today, because I think that's really important. I often hear, and I know this is a challenge for a lot of people who have been going through everything that we've been going through. Weight gain is a huge issue. So I want to do some really kind of simple, exercises today that you can do at home that can get your heart rate up, and that you can incorporate, just on your own. And we're also going to still start off with some lymphatic drainage exercises today, focusing on the lower body lymphatic drainage exercises. I have been getting some people on these calls that have had multiple cancers, so not just breast cancer, but also other cancers. So any of these lymphatic drainage exercises are great for your entire lymphatic system. So, and like I said, on session 1 and 2, we did the upper body lymphatic drainage exercises. And so today is going to be the lower body. And then I have a whole range of motion upper body system. And those are going to be our warm up today. And then we'll get into a little bit of a sweat session and some breath work as well. So we're going to start with our breath work today. And just find a comfortable place sitting, either in a chair, or let me move this little screen that I have here. You can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor, either cross-legged or whatever's comfortable for you. And I'm going to start today with what is called breath of fire. So if you have done any kind of yoga before, you might be familiar with what breath of fire is. It's a breathing technique. And typically the other 2 days, we just did some normal breathing, deep inhales and exhales through the nose, outhale through the mouth, just to get some deep relaxation breath into the body. And breath of fire is designed to really oxygenate your system. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard cancer can't survive in an oxygenated system, whether that's true or not, to be honest, nothing hurts with having more oxygen in our body. It definitely helps, gives us energy, fights fatigue, and improves our mood. So again, find a comfortable place to sit. I think this is a little better sitting up compared to lying down. And I'll just do a quick explanation first of what breath of fire is. And you're basically inhaling, still going to inhale, through your mouth. And as you inhale, your navel, your solar plexus is going to be pulling into your spine. And then when you exhale, you push it out. So it's basically like your stomach's going to be moving in and out, and your breath is going to be going in and out at the same time. And I'm going to guide you through this. And you're going to get 2 more chances today to maybe get it right. And if not, I'm going to put a Google, just a little link in the chat too, and you can kind of look it up and maybe just, try it on your own. I think it's, again, a great breathing technique. And we're only going to go for about a minute. So I'm going to grab my timer here to time us. And a minute is kind of long for breath, can be long for breath and fire. You might want to do this for like 2 to 5 minutes every day. It's a great way to kind of start your day off, or even end your day, or if there's a time of the day where you're just feeling really tired, I highly recommend doing this breath of fire technique. It's just going to oxygenate and energize your system. So I'm going to describe it first. And it's going to be a 30-second description, and then we'll start the minute. Okay. So you're basically going to just kind of have an open mouth, and you're going to start panting like a dog. So if you have an animal, you know how your dog pants, just through your mouth, like just panting, right? So as you start panting, you're gonna close your mouth and you're gonna switch that pant through the inhale in your nose. And I'm gonna do it for you so you can see. So that inhale, I'm gonna start with my pant. I'm gonna close my mouth. And now I'm just inhaling through the nose and I'm still hearing that sound, that panting. It's almost like you're just gonna hear it in the throat. At the same time, my belly's moving in and out. So sometimes I do like a little hand on the belly so I can feel that. That was more than a 30-second explanation, but we're gonna go 10 more seconds and then I'm gonna start. And maybe you can watch me and you can start to pick it up along the way. All right, here we go. That was 1 minute. Take a deep breath, deep inhale. And exhale. So just 3 deep inhales and exhales. Everyone knows how to do that. Inhale. And exhale. So if you're able to do that breath of fire, you might have a little buzzy feeling. I feel a little kind of buzzy feeling along my whole system. And exhale. 1 more breath, inhale out. And exhale. It's good. If you want, always good to have a little water in hand. We have a little sip of water. And then we're gonna lie on our back. So this is where I want you to have a little pillow if you have it. And you don't need this yet. So just kind of push that to the side. Just lying back on a little pillow for your head. If you don't have a pillow, it's fine. You don't have to have one, but I just find it a little bit more comfortable for these exercises. So the first thing we're gonna do is a really basic bicycle. And that breath of fire should have warmed up your system a little bit as well. So just be aware of that. You might be feeling a little heat in the body as well. So hands over at your side. And you're just gonna lift your legs up into a tabletop. Go ahead and flex your feet here. And you're gonna extend one leg out and then just pull it in. And as you pull it in, extend the other leg. So just in and out with those legs. Now up to you, if this feels like a lot of pressure on your lower back, just go ahead and stick your hands underneath your butt for a little bit of support on your back. And again, just pushing in and out on the legs. I'm actually gonna go for 30 seconds here. And we're just gonna go in and out. And again, this is part of your lower body lymphatic drainage exercises. Now I have this in a PDF form that I'm gonna send out to everyone. After the end of conference, I'll get everyone's emails and I can send this to you guys. Now, if this again is a little hard for you for whatever reason, you could always just do a single leg at a time, just kind of go in and out with that leg, and then do the other side, just in and out. So there's lots of modifications for any of these exercises. So you always want to stay in a pain-free range of motion. So just keep that in mind. Let's go for 3, for 2, for 1, and then go ahead and set both legs down. Bring your hands out to the side a little bit. You don't need them underneath your butt anymore. And we're going to go into some leg circles. So this is a full leg circle. You're going to extend your left leg up, hold it here, and we're going to take some small circles here. So just circling the leg. So as we talked about before, if you are a breast cancer survivor or any kind of other cancer survivor and you've had lymph nodes removed, you are at a lifetime risk of potentially getting lymphedema. And this is something that we want to avoid. So there's these lymphatic drainage exercises that you can do to help reduce your risk. Go ahead and reverse direction on that circle. And so we're doing all these exercises lying on the back, and notice basically what's happening is that lymph fluid is flowing down our legs into the pelvis to our heart. So we're always this is all just to increase the flow of the lymph system in our body. Good, we're gonna switch legs. So extend that right leg up. I just like to have a pointed toe here and just circle. It's nice, easy circles. You don't have to be too big. This isn't like a huge exercise, even though your leg might start to get a little tired or start to burn a little bit. You can make this circle even smaller if you needed to, or slower. And you could also soften the knee if you needed to. A lot of times people don't have like the best hamstring flexibility. So, you know, we want to try to lift this up to the ceiling, but if you need to have it a little bit lower, that's fine. And reverse direction, go ahead and reverse it. And let's just go into normal breathing today at the beginning of through these workouts. So deep inhales through the nose, allow your belly to expand, and exhale all the air out. So we're really paying attention to our movements and our breath, making this a mind-body connection. Let's do one more circle here. You got it, just bring it down, good. And then we're gonna go flexion of the knee flexion and extension. So I kind of like to do both legs into tabletop, but again, if this is a challenge for you, just do one leg at a time. You're basically going to extend the leg up and then bring it down. So if you have both legs up in tabletop, we're just extending one leg and then you'll just switch them at the same time. You got it. So this is extension and flexion of the knee. The joint is extending and flexing. And also again, if this is uncomfortable for your back, you can put a little pillow there, or you can put your hands there. Or modify, just go to a single leg. Got it. And I'm just going for 30 seconds of each of these today, 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how much I talk. Good. So 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to keep the legs extended up, and we're going to take just some flexion extension at that ankle joint. So 21 toe, flexing the other, and then just switch it. Yeah, just point and flex. So notice if you hopped into my other session the other day on Monday, 2 days ago, we did this at the wrist while we were sitting. So we did that, right? Notice how this is the same thing, just at a different joint. And again, if you need a modification, you can do a single leg and just point and flex, and then switch to the other leg, point and flex. Again, listen to your body, do what feels good. We don't want to create any more pain or tension. Let's just go 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest the legs down for a second. And then we're going to extend those legs back up and do circles. So knees in, legs up, and then just circling at the ankle. And this might feel a little weird or a little hard. Always a good reason to do it. Reverse direction. Maybe just go 5 in each direction and then reverse it. And again, you could also do a single leg. Sometimes that's a little bit more natural. And then you can have a little bit of support here with your hands, just kind of holding on to that leg and doing those circles. 5 in one direction and 5 in the other. I kind of like to do single leg. Yeah, and then reverse. But up to you. If you want to do both at the same time. Go ahead and reverse. So yeah, we have a lot of lymph nodes and sort of, around these areas of the body, and we're just trying to make sure the fluid can move naturally through. Good. Good, and then just bend the knees in, give yourself a little stretch in. And those were your lower body lymphatic drainage exercises. Feet down, let's just take a few pelvic tilts here. I wasn't gonna do this today, but since we've been on our back for a little bit, this feels kind of good. Just to arch, create that arch in the back, and then flatten the back, tilt your pelvis up. Yeah, just stretch it long and tilt. I like to do this if I've been sitting a lot during the day. I'll just hop on my back and kind of do these pelvic tilts. It just really helps kind of open things up through my pelvis, and through my hips and my lower back. Just do two more. Yeah, one more. Good. And then having those knees together, just drop both legs to a side, take a little spinal twist. Maybe turn your head the opposite direction. Take a breath while you're here. Deep inhale and exhale. And then back in through the center to go to the other side. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to go one more each side. And then after this, we're going to go into some range of motion exercises for the upper body. So if you are just hopping in, if you have a foam roller to use, that would be great. If you don't have that, you can use a towel or a blanket just rolled up, because we're going to be lying down on it. Good. One more to the other side with that spinal twist. And honestly, if you don't have any of those things handy, you don't have to have them. You just, be in a comfortable spot lying on your back for this next series. Good. And then just coming back to the center. So go ahead and move your pillow out of the way, unless you feel like you still need it. But I'm gonna use my foam roller today. And again, if you did not have the foam roller, you could just have this towel that, or a blanket or something that you kind of roll up, or a bolster. Sometimes you will have bolsters. Those are great to have. And you're going to sit right at the edge and then just lie back. So nice and easy, careful there, lying back. And we're going to start with some snow angels here. So for those of you who have had any kind of surgeries or even radiation in any of this area around your breast, you really want to keep working on the range of motion of these tissues. I'm 6 years out of my first surgery. So, I pretty much have complete range of motion, but it took a long time actually for me to get there. And there's still movements that are, a little uncomfortable. So again, listen to your body and stay within a range of motion that feels good for you until you're able to get maybe a full assessment by a professional. So I like to do arms with the palms face up. And ideally you want your hands to be at the floor. So let me move this stuff on my little tools over. So I got some room. Yeah, palms are up. And you're basically just going to bring those arms up and then to the side. So like you're making snow angels here. Hands can be on the ground, which can be a big stretch. Like I'm having some shoulder issues, so I really feel this on my left side today. So I'm probably not going to go up as high on that left side. Yeah, sometimes I forget that I've had breast cancer. I mean, I don't forget, but I quickly remember. But I think it was maybe 5 or 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I started doing this like tennis class, and then I started golfing like all in the same week. I was like feeling like I was living my best life. And then, 3 weeks in, I was like, God, my shoulder's hurting. And now I haven't been able to do it, but it's, I'm rehabbing it and everything. But, yeah, I mean, you just have to be really careful. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's right. I had all of this tissue. I had, 4 major surgeries on that area. Like upper body sports are probably not the direction I should be going, but one more here until I'm, unless I'm doing these all the time. And strong. You got it. There's your snow angels. So still on the back, you're going to make kind of like a fist here, like clasp your fingers together. And we're going to punch the ceiling. So arms are straight. You're just going to reach that fist up towards the ceiling. So notice how it's pulling my shoulders up off the foam roller. And then I'm just going to draw the shoulders back down to the foam. So I'm just punching up towards the ceiling and then drawing them down. Again, punching up and drawing down. Good. And up and down. Get a nice inhale through the nose and exhale down. Let's do 4 more. Punch it up and down and up and plug it in. 2 more, and up, and down, last one. And engage in the back, you got it. Spinal rotation is good. So if you've been on this, actually stay here for 1 second. I'm just gonna have you take in a little extra rotation. So elbows out to the side, and I'm just gonna have you extend your hands back to the floor and then back up. So a little external rotation while you're in this chest stretch. And if this feels like a lot, you can lift your elbows a little higher. Like if you're on the foam roller and this feels like too big of a stretch for the chest, just have your elbows sort of pivoting in the air a little bit. So the elbows aren't moving. I'm just extending my arms back. So this is an external rotation of the shoulder. Let's go 3 more. So we did 8. Just a little external rotation here. 2, 1 more. And 1, you got it. So arms by your side. So go ahead and just roll off of this foam roller if you're on that, or come off of your towel if you were on that, or if you're on the floor, just go ahead and sit up. I strategically like to put my foam roller here to block this thing. Anyone notices that? A little OCD. Okay, so you're gonna go hands and knees here. We're gonna take a little cat-cow. We all know these mostly. So nice flat back to start. Take a deep exhale, all the air out, and round the spine as you do it. So exhale. And then you're going to inhale to arch the back. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Lift the tailbone up. Good. And then round the spine on your exhale. I like to have spread my fingers nice and wide here. So I'm really pushing my hands into the floor. And then go ahead and arch, draw those shoulders back. Let's do 1 more. So exhale to round the spine. And inhale to arch. Good. And then going to flat back. Let's just move the hips side to side a little bit, side to side. For 3, for 2, for 1. All right, so we're going to come to standing, or you can stay on the knees, whatever works for you. Let me just move my camera up a little bit. And still working with this range of motion exercises. So I'm just going to stay on my knees just for camera purpose, and I'm just going to use this wall. So if you have a wall, you need a wall, basically, a wall, or you could use a chair, something that's not going to move. And we're just going to do a single arm stretch through the chest. So I'm basically going to keep my hand here, just keep the arms facing up, and then I'm going to turn my body away from that arm. So notice you're going to feel a stretch through your chest muscle here. If you had a doorway, you could use a doorway. So let's say if I had a doorway here and I had my hand there and I turned this direction. And I'm going to have you do a straight arm. You could also do a bent elbow if you're in a doorway and that's all the room you had. You could do here. Either way, you're turning your body away from your hand or your elbow. Okay, so I'm just going to use that here and just open. And breathe. So deep inhale and exhale. So just a reminder that the breath can move tissues. So tissues, I'm meaning like, tissues that's underneath your skin, your muscle tissue. Breathing can actually help open things up. So that's why they say breathe while you're stretching. That is the reason why. So deep inhale. Maybe breathe into where you're feeling a stretch. So inhale like into your chest. So allow your chest to rise. And on the exhale, look for a little bit more stretch. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And just bring it down, shake it out a little bit, and we'll switch sides. Good. So hand is on the wall or a doorway or something that's not going to move. And then you're just going to turn away. Get a nice deep inhale and exhale while you're doing this. And these are all really simple things that you could do daily. It's hard to sometimes find the time to do it, but when you do, you just feel so much better, so much more open, and you're really going to help keep this area of your body healthy. So all of these range of motion exercises, I also have in a PDF. So I'm going to send those to you guys, okay? Or if you know, I put my email as well in the chat. So you can also email me and just be like, hey, please send these to me. Couple more breaths here. Deep inhale into the chest or wherever you're feeling a stretch. And exhale. One more. And exhale. Good. So this time you really do need a wall. So I'm going to come up to standing. And I'm going to move my camera up a little bit. So these are just called W's. We're just making like a little W on the wall. I think you can see that. Maybe I'll come here so then you can definitely see. So my hands are on the wall. And I'm just going to make kind of, you can see my body sort of like in a W shape, right? And I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to walk them out almost like I'm in a Y, like YMCA. And then I'm just going to walk my fingers back down. And again, I'm just going to walk it up and walk it down. If you're standing, just have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and slightly be leaning in towards the wall. And down. We're just going to go 5 of these. So 2 more. Just walk it up and down. And 1 more. And bring it down. And then just coming back to the mat, to the floor. Let's just take a child's pose here. And I usually like to go a little bit wider through the knees so I can get a little bit more of a stretch. So wide through the knees, but back towards the heels. Sometimes if someone has bad knees, you can do your foam roller back here, or a pillow, or your bolster, or that towel. So you don't have to work, you don't have as much knee flexion. And then still extend those arms forward. Try to bring your head down to the floor. And breathe while you're here. You could also have pillow here. Again, there's so many modifications and things to make this comfortable for you. And you can also do arms by the side, kind of underneath your foam. Yeah. Good. So let's do 3 rounds of breath here. Again, deep inhale through the nose. And then we're going to get into a little workout after this. And then exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. And then 1 more breath in that child's pose. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. Yeah. Good. So let's just come up to hands and knees. And I'm going to have you take a little extension, opposite leg, opposite arm before we come up into standing, just to kind of warm the body a little bit more. So right arm, left leg is going to extend away from each other. Hold for a count. And then we'll just switch. So left arm, right leg, and switch. Just finding your balance here. You want to keep those hips square to the floor. This feels like a lot on the upper body. Just move the legs. And just find a good, stable position with the arms. Up to you. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so we're going to come up to standing. I promised you we were going to do a little bit of cardio today. So here we go. Grab water now if you want it. Again, move my camera up a little bit. And I have this timer that I like to use. It's called Tabata Pro, and it's designed to sort of set up. You can just download it in your app store. You can use any other timer you want if you're doing workouts on your own and timing yourself. Or if you're not like doing them with a professional, this is a good way to do it. I usually make all my clients download these apps so they can do these workouts to go. So we're going to do 3 exercises and we're going to do it for 30 seconds. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds in between just to switch. So the 3 exercises are just a standing knee up, super simple. It's kind of like marching in place. Just go legs out and you're just going to be bringing the knee up towards the hand. You don't have to touch your hand. That's going to be it. I'm going to tell you what they are first before we start. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is this little like box step that I like to do. Make sure you have a good footing on your floor. So if you don't have shoes on, if you have socks, I always use like grippy socks, or just make sure you're not going to slip. So I'm basically going to go to the right. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to go this way. And I'll use my camera at the time so you can see my feet. But I'm just basically putting, you know, if I have like 4 boxes on the floor, and I'm just jumping into each box, okay? And then the third exercise is going to be a wall sit. So we do need a wall, or if you don't, that's fine. We can do it in space. But ideally, I'd love for you to have a wall to kind of sit back on in your little wall sit here. It's going to be a hold. Otherwise, you're going to be here standing, maybe in like chair pose, okay? That's another alternative. All right, so everything's gonna be for 30 seconds and we're gonna go for 3 rounds. You can do it. So we're gonna start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So arms are out, and again, we're just pulling the knee up. Up to you in terms of how high you lift that knee. If you can lift to here, that's great. If these arms are too tired, that's fine. You can do this, okay? But 30 seconds of movement, just continual movement. After this, you'll get a little 10-second, you know, transition for the next thing. So just pulling the leg up. Stay with it for 3, for 2, for 1. You got it. So just rest the arms down. Again, we're going to go to that box step. And I told you I'm going to lower the camera down a little bit just so you see what my feet are doing. All right, here we go. So I'm basically just hopping feet into a box. If the jump is hard, you can just take a step. Or we push it a little bit. 10 more seconds left on this. And then we go to your wall sit, which is going to be oh so fun. You got it. So again, if you don't have like a clear space of wall, a lot of people don't, because people have a lot of stuff on walls, I've noticed over the past 2 years. Otherwise, you're in your wall sit like this, okay? You want your knees to be over your feet, shoulders to be back, abs are in. Again, if this is, for whatever reason, uncomfortable for you, sometimes in the knees, it's hard for people, then maybe just do like a little sit like this and hold it, just like a little squat, almost like if you were gonna sit down in a chair, but you stop before you end up sitting. Just take this hold. You're almost there, you have 3 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, good, stand it up. And then we're gonna be going right back to the beginning. We do this for 3 rounds, 30 seconds, 3 rounds. So arms are out, here we go. Pulling that knee up. So I'll just keep my camera like this so you can see my legs. You don't need to see my face. And breathe. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. If you need water, then take it during your transitions quickly. Sometimes I have clients who are like, can I get some water? Like in the middle of this. And I'm like, can't you just wait 10 more seconds? All right, that's time. Good. Now get water if you wanted it. Stretch something if you needed it. You only have 10 seconds to transition, okay? All right, so 3, 2, we go to your box step. This time, let's go the other direction, okay? Yeah, so whatever direction you went the first time, reverse it. Those of you who maybe are dancers and used to do waltzes. I think I had to learn that when I was a kid in grade school. This is like your waltz box step. I could totally be wrong. Someone wants to tell me I'm wrong, please do. Good, that's time. Okay, we're getting ready for our wall sit. We're gonna start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're using the wall, you know, try to go low, try to have your legs parallel to the floor. I also like to press my head, shoulders into the wall. Never want to be like, oh, like this, you know, just really try to sit back, stay long in the spine. Trust me, you can do it. You have 10 seconds left. And then we get to do this for 1 more round. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, nice and easy. Come away from the wall, shake it out a little bit. And then we got your last one here. You're gonna start in 3, 2, and 1. Arms are out. Keep breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 10 more seconds. Almost there. And that is time. Good. And then we got your box steps. So whichever direction you choose, put the camera down a little bit. You're going to start in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just let you know when it's halfway. If you want to reverse it, once I say reverse, you'll do that. Good, reverse it. So again, always good to do stuff like this. This is really, I don't know when the last time you moved this way, but I always try to throw this stuff in with my clients. Good, that's time. And then we got your wall sit. It's just good to work. Works balance, it works cardio, works your brain a little bit. Here we go, wall sit, 30 seconds. Breathe. Again, if you don't have a wall, just kind of sit low, make sure your knees are over your heels. Or I should say that they're not over their toes, your toes. 15 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got it. Just push away. Good. So now you can grab water if you need it. And then we're going to come down to the mat. So we're going to have a little bit of a glute heavy / abdominal workout today, since the other day was a lot of legs and maybe more upper body stuff. So coming to the mat. I have a little cheat sheet here and I'm going to move it so I can see it, so I don't make you guys do too much extra work. Okay, so again, coming to the mat, if you need something for a knee, like your towel that you already have, maybe just put that down. I usually like to do that because my knees aren't what they used to be. And you might have joint pain. You might be on medication that's having joint pain. So always just have a little extra protection for your joints. It doesn't hurt anything. So we're going to go right into some glutes here. Hands and knees. Again, modification could be down on the elbows, forearms, but you're going to extend your right leg back, have your right leg be straight, and we're going to go right into a leg lift here. So this is going to be 30 seconds of time. And I'm just using like my standard timer here on my phone. So 30 seconds. If you do have your arms straight, I try to steer away from locking out. Try not to lock out your joints there, just a soft bend. So you're still working in the muscles and you're not aggravating your joints. And you could also come down to the elbows, forearms if you needed to. Stay with it. We're going to do everything on one side and then we'll switch. Good. So keep working here. You're going to come down to the elbows. You're going to bend your knee. And then we're just going to lift the leg up. So this is your little donkey kick here. So notice how my knee is bent and I'm keeping this shape. And it's a very small lift. So less is more. You can go nice and slow. It's 30 seconds. And breathe. Your standing leg or the leg that's down might start to burn as well. For 3, for 2, for 1, and then we're going to do a little cross reach. So keeping the knee bent, it's going to cross over the other leg and then extend out straight. So I'm crossing and then straightening that leg. So cross and straight. You don't have to lift your leg that high. You can just have it be parallel to the floor when you straighten it. So just parallel to the floor when you straighten it. I don't want you to feel anything in your lower back. So sometimes if you lift the leg too high, it starts to pull in that lower back a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. And then we go to hip circles. So you're going to bend that knee again and then lift the leg up, bring it out to the side and then down. So just circling the hip. You might feel some burning in that hip joint. Good, reverse direction. For 3, 2, and 1. And we come back up to the hands. We're gonna switch sides. So that whole thing was about 2 minutes, okay? We had 2 minutes on one side. So extend the other leg out and we go into your left. So leg is straight, straight leg, yep. Good, thank you for the one person who has their camera on because because I can, I can make corrections, and I'm sure if one person's doing it, a certain way, then that might mean other people are too. So yeah, so that's why I love, normally in my regular sessions with people, we have our cameras on so I can see and give you guys corrections. Good, you're gonna come down to the elbow, bend the knee, flex your foot, and we have a lift here. And you can always watch me. You can watch me. I'm doing exactly what you should be doing. So this is our little donkey kick. And notice you're just using your body weight here. If you wanted to add more weight, you could add some, little resistance things on your ankles or something. For 3, 2, 1. This is your cross stretch. So I'm crossing my knee over the other leg and then extending that leg out straight, engaging the glute. So cross and extend, squeeze your butt. This one's a little tricky for people sometimes to get. So just watch, and try your best. I'm sure you guys will all have access to these replays, so you can watch it again and do it again. Good, 3, 2, and 1, and then bend your knee for your hip circle. So the leg circles up and around. Again, you're keeping the shape, you're just circling at the hip. And breathe. Good, reverse direction. Basically going 3 in each direction, nice and slow. 2, and 1, you got it, that was 2 minutes, good. So wide through the knees, again, take a child's pose here, press the butt back. And then we're gonna turn, lie in the back and go into a little ab work here. All right, let me take my little cheat sheet back up. So I think I mentioned at the beginning that I'm also a Pilates instructor. So I love the Pilates ab series. It's 5 exercises, all focused on your abdominals. And you can have a lot of modifications. So if you needed the pillow for your head, I would grab that. I don't need it, so I'm just gonna go here. So it's 5 exercises. It's called series of 5. And the first one is you're gonna pull one leg in and extend the other leg out, and you're gonna lift your head, neck, and chest. So I'm just gonna show you here. I'm basically lifting my head, neck, and chest, right? Like pulling my nose to my knee. If you have neck issues or a neck problem, you don't have to lift your head. You could actually just do it like this. But otherwise, lift the head, extend the other leg out, and then you're gonna switch. So you just switch the legs, the head stays up the whole time, all the way up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Again, if that's a lot for your head or neck, then just keep the head down and pull that knee in. This is called single leg stretch, because here's the stretch, stretch. And I'm exhaling air out of my lungs when I pull that knee into the chest. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in for double leg stretch. So double leg is exactly how it sounds. Both legs at the same time. So you're going to curl up, extend the legs out, the arms back, circle the arms around, pull those knees in. Everything opens like a flower, hug it in tight. Again, if head needs to be down, just keep the head down. Everything opens, pull it in. 1 more. And then we go into scissors. So you're going to curl up. The right leg is up, the left leg is out. It's a pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. So reach for your calf if that's available to you. If not, just reach for that thigh. And still, head could be down. And you could even do it like this. Up to you. whatever you have the range of motion for that feels good for you. Pull, 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 exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees in. We go to lower lift. So you're going to bring the hands underneath your butt for some support. I like to lift the head, neck, and chest, but you don't have to. Legs up. You're going to inhale, lower the legs down. Exhale, pull it up. Again, inhale down, exhale up. If head is down, it just looks like this. I don't want you to feel anything in your lower back, so that's going to determine your range of motion. So if it hurts to straighten the legs, you can do knees bent and just lower and lift. Again, for 3, for 2, 1 more. And then bend the knees, hands behind the head for crisscross. This is like a bicycle crunch. You're going to twist your spine towards the left thigh, extend the right leg out, and then you switch sides. Try to press your head back into your hands so you're not pulling at your head or neck. Keep going with this if you can. Otherwise, you can do that little modification where you just keep the head down maybe and slow it down a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got it. Bring it down. You should feel a nice little burn in your abdominals there, okay? Take a breath, and then we go to what's called dead bug. So legs are going to go up into tabletop. Arms are going to go up towards the ceiling here. So first things first, I did this on a Zoom yesterday with some ladies, with some clients, and it took like a minute or two for them to get it. I don't know why, but sometimes this is a coordination thing sometimes for people. So I'm going to break it down really slow. So just extend your left leg out without moving anything else. That's the key here. Left leg goes out, don't move anything else. And then pull it back in. Good. Let's do the right leg. Right leg's going to go out, don't move anything else. Notice how you might feel your abdominals working here, okay? Left leg out, bring it in. Good. Press the back of your ribs into the floor and then pull it in. Good. Now we're going to add our arm with that movement, okay? So your left leg is going to go out again. Go ahead and bring that left leg out. And then your right arm is going to go back by your head. Don't let the left arm move. Hold this. And then bring everything back in. Switch sides. So right leg goes out, left arm goes back. Good. And then bring it in. Yep. Left leg, right arm opens away from each other. So the key here is to not move that other pair. A lot of times people want to move the opposite arms and legs at the same time. And it's like, nope, those stay still. You're just moving one pair at a time, one opposing pair here. And again, you should feel this in your abdominals. So press your back flat into the floor. Let's do one more each side. This is an inhale back. Exhale, come everything to the center. One more. And bring it in. Good. Just hug the knees into the chest. Take that last stretch. And let's take a figure 4 stretch today since we did all that glute work. Go ahead and cross your right ankle on the left knee. Just kind of open up through the hip here. If you want, you can lift that left leg and hold on to that left thigh. Again, just pulling that knee in, stretching that right hip. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and switch sides. Good, so lift it up. Good, so you should feel the stretch on the glute of the knee that is bent. If you feel any pressure on your knee, then just back off of this a little bit. Good, and then just bring it down. And let's take a spinal twist. Again, just dropping the knees to a side, turn the head the opposite direction. Take a nice deep inhale while you're here and exhale. Good. Pull the abs in to come back through the center to go to the other side. Again, inhale. And exhale. And center. Good. And then roll to the side to sit up. We're going to do one more breath of fire. I promised you that I would. If you don't like this, it took me a long time to actually figure this out. So if you don't like it and can't figure it out, and just do regular deep breathing. Okay. We're just going to go for a minute. Just a reminder, you're going to kind of start panting like a dog. You know, you can even just be like just so you get the rhythm. It's that panting, it's that same rhythm. That's why people teach it that way. So it's that rhythm of ha, ha, okay? But you're going to be inhaling. On that inhale, your belly expands. On the exhale, it pulls in. So here we go. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Keep going with your breath of fire. If you're not doing your breath and fire, just taking deep inhales all the way down into the belly. And exhale all the air out of your mouth. Deep inhales through the nose into the belly. And exhale. If you're doing the breath of fire, just slowly come to a stop and go to deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. One more nice deep inhale. And exhale. Just do hands on top of the knees. Take a few shoulder circles here. Continue your deep breathing. This is like a cool down portion here, just to cool the body down. I don't know about you guys, but I have like a little glistening, a little sweat happening through my shirt. Maybe it's the sun coming in, I don't know, but it's a good little workout. Again, you don't have to be like lifting heavy weights or doing a lot just to get a little, a little workout and a little movement. Reverse that shoulder circle one more time. Good. You got it. And just shake it out a little bit. Extend those legs out. Just do a little shake, 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 shake. Get out any excess energy. Great. 12:56. Nailing this timing. Good work, everyone. So yeah, opening it up to a Q&A if anyone has any specific questions for me. Again, I put my email in the chat box. I would love your feedback. I'll put my personal email as well, just so you guys have that. But both of them are in there. And yeah, if you guys want, I know we have all your emails, but if you want to personally email me your email so I have it, so I can make sure that doesn't get missed along the way, and I can send you a copy of what the workout was today. So if you go back to watch the replay, you can also have kind of just like a little printed version to look at, as well as the range of motion exercises and the lymphatic drainage exercises that I mentioned that we worked on. And again, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I've mentioned it in the other series. So yeah, at the beginning of the year, thank you, Kimberly, I got your email. At the beginning of the year, I'm going to be starting a 6-week course for breast cancer survivors. That's going to be including, a component of everything we did today and prior, but a whole course of a group of us working together. We'll have like, kind of pre-recorded daily movement, as well as maybe, as well as a nutrition component, not maybe, but for sure, weekly sessions with me and with the group, and we'll figure out how we can fit all those things in, but it's definitely doable. I know I was going to start it earlier, but I know a lot of people are always looking for something to do at the beginning of the year in terms of their health and their fitness. And so I wanted to design something that was really specific for breast cancer survivors that we could all do together. So I'll be rolling this out at the beginning of the year. It's a 6-week course. It's going to roll out through an app, so you can do your workouts anytime, anywhere. It's like 20 minutes of movement a day. And it'll be, everything we've broken up along the course of the week. So you'll get a lot of full body movement, and again, that nutrition component and a whole mindfulness session too. So sessions, I should say. So again, thank you so much. How do I say your name? Is it Jonko?
Yes,
I love that. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Canada, British Columbia.
Lovely.
West Coast, so a little sunny there. Today.
Yeah.
For a
Excellent.
change.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. That was great.
Great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Oh, do I still need to send you my email address, or do you already have it?
I think if it's the
For-
email that you want to use for, we should have your email, but if you want to email it to me directly, that's great. So I can, I'll have it for sure. Again, I don't want to miss anyone's email. So,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you
guys-
very
yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Thanks everyone for joining. This has been so great. I've had such a great time being a part of this conference. So I think that's it, unless anyone had anything to say or any questions for me. You can also, if you have any questions, you can also email me directly. Let me take a little picture of my screen so I have those emails. Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Greg.
Awesome work today. Amazing.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, wonderful rest of your year if I don't communicate with you again. And again, thank you so much for being a part of this process with us.